And I'm now joined by Geri Scott. Geri, tell us a little bit about your own cancer story.
I was diagnosed last October. I was 33 years old at the time and had found a lump in my breast. Went to the doctor and it was confirmed then in the Ulster Hospital that it was cancer, which was a very big shock. I didn't expect to be 33 and told that. I had just had a baby 5 months before that, so I have 2 children, and my eldest was 2.5 and the baby was 5 months. So my main concern at the time was for them and for my family, obviously. And then that was really the start of my journey. I had 6 cycles of chemotherapy. That went from November until February. Then in April I had surgery. I had double mastectomy. And then I started radiotherapy, which I had 25 sessions of. And it was after my chemotherapy that I had been introduced to Nolene, who is the founder of Pretty in Pink, through a mutual friend. And since I've met her, I've really had a lot of support.
And what practical ways were Pretty in Pink able to help you and their family out?
I think they were able to take my mind off cancer. Yes, I have cancer, but I'm still a woman and I still needed to feel confident. And well, for example, I had a day where I had a bit of a makeover, and it was my wedding anniversary, and Nolene took me out, and I really, really needed that, and it boosted my confidence so much, and I forgot about cancer for a day. And
just taken out and pampered for the day, and it just did the world for you?
Absolutely, yeah, it was fantastic. I've also met a lot of other women, women my own age, that I wouldn't have met if I had not known about the charity. We were able to support each other without being, in a meeting or in a environment where you feel ill. We were able to meet out.
Meeting everyday social settings and just talk about life in general and try to get your mind off it as well.
Exactly, yeah, and just to realise you're not the only woman in her 30s who has been given this awful diagnosis. But it's been great because we've all just shown each other that there's life after cancer, and you can still be the woman that you were, even though you're different, but you're still a woman.
Of course, and obviously the work that Pretty in Pink do, all the money is in Northern Ireland. It stays in Northern Ireland, so it's a great charity for the local community.
Yeah, fantastic. And Nolene has been doing most of the work herself, and all the money goes to the patients directly, and through the Friends of the Cancer Centre as well. It goes through the hospital. It's been fantastic. My husband raised money. He ran a leg of the marathon, and he raised a good bit of money for the charity. So we're very big supporters of Pretty in Pink now, because we've got first hand of how it can help people.
And I'm now joined by Johnny Scott, Geri's husband. Johnny, just tell us a wee bit, from looking on as somebody married to a woman who's been diagnosed with breast cancer.
Well, not to put it too mildly, it turns your world upside down in many ways. Your priorities get thrown hither and yon. What you thought was important isn't important, and you really only just care about trying to help your wife get through it and trying to keep your family together. And that's really where all your priorities go to. Things that you thought were important become absolutely unimportant within a second. And that's after getting over the shock itself. So it's pretty life-changing. But we've been helped by a lot of people, friends and family, and that's where the charity came in as well. They were a great help to Geri. From within a couple of weeks, Geri was introduced to Nolene through a mutual friend of ours, and she was already giving her advice. Geri came home from meeting Nolene for the first time with a piece of paper with lots of supplements to take and advice on how to get her through the chemo, which was what she was in, the first treatment she went into. So straight from the get-go, she really was very helpful to us, and it just built on it from after that in terms of keeping in touch with Geri and making sure if she could help in any way, she did. And so right through to, recently she had Nolene helped her with a makeover and, trying to remind her that she's, a young woman still. She's not a cancer patient. She's a young woman who has requirements and to be fashionable and glamorous, and that's really Nolene's expertise. She makes people feel special for a while, and that's the great thing about the charity.
And of course you've done your own bit to help it as well, didn't you? Do a leg in the marathon there in May there, last May?
Yeah, we did a very small thing to do in return for what Nolene's done for us. But people I work with would do a relay team on a regular basis, so I put my oar in with them and managed to limp around 7 miles and raise, between myself and another girl in the team, we raised about £2,000 for Pretty in Pink. So it was just a very small thank you for what she's done for us, what Nolene's done for us. So it's very small.